You take out a $10,000 student loan, but before you see a single dollar, they charge you $100 just for giving you the loan. It's called an origination fee, and it's the most brilliant scam in American education. Here's why it's legal theft, and how 44 million Americans are getting robbed in broad daylight. Let me break down this con job step by step. You need $20,000 for college. You apply for a federal student loan. They approve you for $20,000. But here's the catch. They immediately deduct a loan origination fee of 1.057%. That's $211 gone before you even see the money. So you get $19,789, but you owe $20,000. Think about that. You're paying them for the privilege of borrowing money. It's like going to a restaurant, ordering a $20 meal, getting charged $21, but only receiving $19 worth of food. That's not a fee, that's theft with paperwork. But here's where it gets disgusting. These aren't private bank fees. These are government fees. The Department of Education, the same people who claim to care about student debt, are skimming money off desperate students. In 2023 alone, origination fees generated $1.2 billion in pure profit for the federal government. That's $1.2 billion taken directly from students who are already drowning in debt. And the best part, they call it an administrative cost. Administrative cost for what? Clicking approve on a computer? The entire loan process is automated. There's no paperwork, no human review, no administrative work. It's a 100% profit tax on being poor enough to need student loans. But the real genius is how they hide it. Most students never even see the fee. It's buried in the fine print, deducted automatically. You apply for $10,000. Your school gets $9,894. You owe $10,000. You don't even know you've been robbed. And when you try to complain, they hit you with, well, private loans have higher interest rates. That's like a pickpocket saying, at least I didn't stab you. Here's the truth. Origination fees exist for one reason: to make money off students who have no other choice. Let's talk about what this really costs you. Average student takes 4 years to graduate. Average loan per year, $12,000. That's $48,000 in loans and $507 in origination fees. But remember, you're paying interest on money you never received. That $507 fee? With a 5% interest rate over 10 years, it becomes $780. You pay almost $800 for absolutely nothing. Multiply that by 44 million borrowers, and you're looking at $35 billion stolen from students over the life of their loans. $35 billion that could have paid for textbooks, rent, food. Instead, it goes straight to the government as pure profit. So what can you do? First, look for direct pay private lenders with no origination fees. Yes, they exist. Second, if you're stuck with federal loans, make extra payments toward principal immediately to offset the fee. Third, spread the word. Most students don't even know this is happening. And finally, demand better. Call your representatives. This isn't inevitable. It's a choice. Other countries provide free higher education. We charge students for the privilege of going into debt. Student loan origination fees aren't about administration. They're about exploiting desperation. When you have no choice, they have all the power. That's not a fee. That's extortion with a college degree. Next week, we're exposing the credit card industry's darkest secret and why your rewards are actually costing you thousands. Subscribe now, because the only way to fight the system is to understand how it really works.